JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, don't let challenges dampen independence celebrations, says PM. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has encouraged Jamaicans to not allow the global crisis of a pandemic, war and inflation to dampen their mood as the country celebrates 60 years of independence. In his Independence Day message, Mr. Holness said it is time for reflection, introspection, contemplation and prospection. He highlighted the economic, social and political challenges endured over the years which have hampered the development of the country. Mr. Holness reiterated that work has started and will continue to maintain the fiscal stability of the economy, to address the social order issues, to ease the struggle of home and land ownership, and improve the education system. Mr. Holness also noted that the work has started toward Jamaica gaining full political independence and is envisioning a future of hope and prosperity. Celebrate Jamaica's many achievements, says Golding. Opposition leader Mark Golding has affirmed that this Diamond Jubilee is a time to celebrate the achievements of Jamaica in academia, music, the arts, education, commerce, cuisine, science and sports. Mr. Golding, in his independence message, said Jamaicans should also use the occasion to consider the future of the country and what it will take to overcome the adversities and challenges which confront them daily. He added that the spirit of celebration is an opportune time to recommit to full political independence by removing the last vestiges of colonial rule. It is time, he asserted, to come together to achieve the constitutional reform required to have a Jamaican as our head of state. In that regard, he affirmed the willingness of the parliamentary opposition to work with the government to finalize the required legislation, pass it in Parliament, and put it to a vote by the people in a referendum as soon as possible. Man killed, teen wounded in Catherine Hall gun attack. Police investigators are probing Friday night's killing of a man and the wounding of a teenager during a shooting incident in Catherine Hall in Montego Bay, St. James. That is 29-year-old Cameron Wilson, a cable technician of Catherine Hall. Police reports are that about 10 p.m., Wilson was among several persons at a shop when gunmen pounced and opened fire at the group. When the shooting subsided, Wilson and a 15-year-old boy were found suffering from bullet wounds. They were assisted to the hospital, where Wilson was pronounced dead and the teenager admitted. Investigations are ongoing. Mechanic gunned down near Plaza Notreas. A man was shot dead during a daring daylight gun attack in the vicinity of a popular plaza in Notreas, St. Ann on Friday. The deceased has been identified as 35-year-old Marcus Murray, a mechanic of Parrytown in Notreas. Reports are that about 5:10 p.m., Murray was standing near the plaza when he was pounced upon by a lone gunman who shot him in the head. The shooting sent several persons scampering for cover, and the culprit managed to escape during the melee. Murray was later pronounced dead at hospital. The Notreas police are following strong leads into the murder. $3 million worth of ganja seized in St. Elizabeth. Approximately $3 million worth of ganja was seized by police in St. Elizabeth on Friday. It was seized during several targeted early morning operations by members of the Jamaica Constabulary Forces Narcotics Division in the parish. Reports received indicate that from as early as 6 a.m., police personnel in the division were executing raids across the parish. During the operation, a stash house was discovered in Bethany District. Police said during a search, it was found that this stash house had in storage several bags and packages of compressed ganja, which was evidently prepared for the export market. The drug, which weighed approximately 2,500 pounds, was seized and an investigation was launched. No arrest was made in connection with the seizure. Manhunt continues for escapees from Notreas lockup. A manhunt is continuing for 4 prisoners who escaped from the Notreas police lockup in St. Ann on Friday morning. The escapees were discovered missing about 1 o'clock during a routine cell check. They are 40-year-old Terence Harilal of Claremont, St. Ann, who is charged with shooting with intent, and 42-year-old Dennis Coburn of Islington, St. Mary, who is charged with rape. The other men are charged with illegal possession of a firearm. They are 22-year-old Javar Grant of Prairie, St. Ann, and 30-year-old Jermaine Rogers of Mile End in Notreas. Senior Superintendent Dwight Powell, head of the St. Ann Police Division, says preliminary investigations indicate that implements were used to cut sections of the metal gates of the cells. He said an intensive investigation is being carried out in relation to their escape. SSP Powell urged anyone with information on the whereabouts of the escapees to contact the police via Crime Stop the 119 emergency number, or any of his confidential lines. He warned that persons caught sheltering the escapees will be prosecuted. 2 St. James men charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. A team of officers assigned to the St. James Police Division charged 20-year-old Kamali Hemmings, otherwise called Corneal, and 21-year-old O'Neill Ainsley, otherwise called Odie, both of Dumfries, St. James, with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition on Thursday, August 4. Reports are that about 5 p.m., lawmen were in the area when a premises that was occupied by Hemmings and Ainsley was searched. During the search, a 9mm Springfield pistol with a magazine containing 9 9mm rounds of ammunition was found hidden in the compartment of a vacuum cleaner that was seen inside the house. Hemmings and Ainsley were subsequently taken into custody. Following a question and answer session in the presence of their attorneys, the men were formally charged. Both men are scheduled to appear before the Western Regional Gun Court on Wednesday, August 10. Alleged thieves mobbed and killed in Negril. 3 men, 2 of whom were alleged to be motorcycle thieves, were mobbed, chopped and shot to death by angry residents in Negril, Westmoreland on Thursday night. The victims have been identified as 43-year-old Devon Hendricks and 42-year-old Melcado Daly, both of Salt Spring in Green Island, Hanover, and Nakia Young. Reports are that about 7 p.m., residents in Retrieve, Negril, were alerted to a group of alleged motorcycle robbers in their community. The residents armed themselves and intercepted a Toyota Corolla motor car with 3 men on board. The men were chased, and 2 of them were caught by the angry mob. They were chopped and shot to death. The 3rd occupant of the car, who reportedly sought refuge in a house in the community, was apprehended and handed over to the police. The motor car was then torched. When the police arrived at the location, they found one of the men lying in a pool of blood in proximity to the burnt-out vehicle with gunshot and chop wounds. The second was discovered a short distance away with multiple chop wounds and his head bashed in. A further search led to the discovery of Young's body, which also allegedly had gunshot and chop wounds. He is believed to have been mistakenly mobbed and killed by the irate residents. One resident said the robbers have been plaguing their community in the last 2 months, stealing a number of motorcycles. "A long time we are set for them," the resident stated, adding that they were reportedly seen attempting to steal 2 motorcycles at a section of Negril known as Negril Spot. The police did not confirm if the men were robbers. "We have the alleged driver in our custody, and he has confirmed that he transported Hendricks and Daly to the community, but he was unable to give any form of information about the 3rd victim," one senior officer said. Clarendon man charged with housebreaking and larceny. 23-year-old Andre Mackenzie of Fosmore Drive, Maypen in Clarendon, has been arrested and charged with housebreaking and larceny following an incident on Thursday, July 7. Reports from the Maypen police are that about 12 p.m., the complainant, who is the caretaker of the premises, locked up the house and left. Upon her return, she discovered that the outside gate was open and the padlocks and the veranda grill were removed. Further checks revealed that several items were missing from the house, including 5 television sets, 1 DVR, laptops, computers, and appliances, all valuing $500,000. The police, acting on information, visited another location where Mackenzie was caught in the process of breaking into a house. He was accosted and a caution statement given, after which he was charged on Friday, August 5. His court date is yet to be finalized. In sports news, Jamaica reaps medals at CWG on Saturday. Jamaica captured the gold and silver medals as defending champion Jenny Russell retained the title in the women's 400 meters hurdles at the 2022 Commonwealth Games in Birmingham, England on Saturday. Russell easily won the event in 54.14 seconds, with teammate Sean Salmon getting the silver in 54.47 as Jamaica's 3rd representative, Rochelle Clayton, was clipped on the line for the bronze medal. South Africa's Zaney van der Walt denied Jamaica the sweep of the medals as she took the bronze in a personal best of 54.47 seconds, with Clayton clocking 54.67. Meanwhile, Elaine Thompson completed the sprint double at the Games after winning in the 200 meters in a new meet record. Thompson flew from the blocks as she led from the start to finish in a Games record time of 22.02 seconds. Nigeria's Favour Ofili was second in 22.51 seconds, while 3rd went to Christine Mboa of Kenya in 22.80. Jamaica's other competitor in the event, Nathalia White, was 4th in 23.06 seconds. In netball, Sunshine Girls beat New Zealand to book spot in gold medal match at CWG. Jamaica's Sunshine Girls are into the gold medal match at the Commonwealth Games after a 67-51 win over world champions New Zealand in the semi-finals on Saturday. It's the first time ever that Jamaica will play for netball gold at the Commonwealth Games, with the Sunshine Girls set to play the winner of the other semi-final, Australia or England, in Sunday's title decider. The defeat of New Zealand extended Jamaica's perfect run at the Games and follows the Sunshine Girls' victory over Australia to top their group. At halftime, they held a 36-22 lead over the Silver Ferns and never looked back in a dominant win over the world champs. Captain Janelle Fowler led the way with 54 goals from 54 attempts. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.